Crazy. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. The week has officially begun. We are on our way into a wonderful week. Well, hello. Welcome in. My name is Lauren Masters. I am one of your hosts here for Shop LC, and I get to hang out with you in the live stream room a couple times a week or so. So welcome on in, y'all. It is so exciting to be back with you. I've been gone for about 10 days. I have another job I do, so did a couple of work trips back to back, and then had a friend's bachelorette back to back after that. So it has just been a busy 10 days, but it's so exciting to be here with y'all. I always say the day I get back, it's a little bit intimidating because it's like, wait, you feel like you haven't done this in forever, but oh my goodness, I'm coming up on a year. So I feel like it's almost just like second nature at this point. Anyway, so excited to be with you guys. Actually, talking about that, I was at a training that I go to every single year for my other job, sorry. But last week I was at our yearly product training, and I was realizing that it was last year at our yearly product training that I found out that I'd gotten this job here at Shop LC. And so I was like frantic. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I got to figure out my move. I've got to find an apartment, all of those different things. And so it has been pretty much about a year since I found out that I'd be coming to Shop LC. And then I began later in September. I had to, finish up little bits and pieces with my other work. But here I am, almost coming up on a year. Anyway, friends, I hope that you've all been doing great. Please say hello in the comments. I know I connect with many of you on Facebook, and so we were messaging and keeping in touch. But anyone who I wasn't in touch with while I was away, please say hello in the comments. Today we do have some gorgeous kyanite. We have an amazing kyanite show coming up for you, which if you're unfamiliar with kyanite, it's a beautiful blue color. I say this with a lot of blue gemstones, but I think this truly is the gemstone if you are a denim lover. If you're someone who throws your jeans on all the time, here you go. This is for you. All right, so we do have an amazing kyanite show coming up, but I want this also to be a really fun let's catch up show. It's been way too long since I've been here with you on the live stream, and so let's use this time to look at some incredible jewelry, but also to catch up a little bit because, oh my goodness, so much to talk about. I'll try to kind of fill y'all in on everything I've been up to as we go through the items. We'll kind of do some little story time. We'll go back and forth with story time and beautiful kyanite. Well, if you are new here, maybe you're just stumbling upon us today on one of our social media platforms, welcome on in. We are Shop LC. My name is Lauren Masters, like I mentioned, and Shop LC has been around for over 40 years. We have served as a home shopping network for, I think, over 17 years. So if you typically tune in via TV, this platform is just a little bit different. It's more casual, right? We get to chit chat. You can ask questions, whether it's just a question about life, or if you're like, hey, Lauren, could you go back to that first ring? Done. We really like to tailor the live stream to you. We want to make it a fun and interactive shopping experience. We don't want this just to be a passive shopping experience. We want you to get involved. So questions, comments, requests. If you're like, oh, I see you've got 2 bracelets. Can you show me both of those together so I can figure out which one I want? We're here to do that. That is the goal. It is to make this show all about you. Now, a couple of things about shopping with us on the live stream. Obviously, it's different from the TV side and that you're not picking up and calling the number on your screen, or you can get it from the website. That's typically how you are going to shop. Now, we do have our own personal shopper. DJ put that number in the comments. If you want to jot that down, that is 888-835-2237. And that is a designated personal shopper for us here on the live stream. So they'll know what's going on. They can help you out with your purchases. Other than that, when shopping with us, if you're on TikTok, you are going to follow the link in our bio. Some of our items might be clickable. We're working on that technology. Other social media platforms, y'all are going to utilize the feature called Comment Sold. It is so fun. It is so easy. It makes shopping easy breezy. So all you're going to do is comment the word sold with the item number. I will make sure to kind of throw out the item number as we go along. So 101, 102, 103, I will make sure to throw those out as we continue on through the show. All right, so we've got that. Oh, also, y'all, you get complimentary shipping on all orders $50 or more. So majority of our items today should qualify you for free shipping. You can always add something to your cart and then kind of wait and see. If you're waiting to add up to that free shipping, you'll get there. We've got so many good things. But majority of our items today, if not all of them, will qualify you for that complimentary shipping at $49.99 or more. We still have a coupon code, right? Okay, 25% off? Okay, you guys, wow. We still have a coupon code. Us lucky ducks here on the live stream. We have a coupon code that you can utilize. You can utilize the code LIVE, L-I-V-E, 2525. So that will get you 25% off anything that you see in today's live stream. And that code will be active for 24 hours. So if you see something you love, think about it for a little bit, but then hurry on back so that you do not miss out on the coupon code. All right, I think that about covers it. Coupon code LIVE25, free shipping on $49, and how you shop. We covered all of that. Now, something else I want to tell you, just in case you're just scrolling through, because I know with social media, sometimes you just happen to be passing through. I know myself, I do it. I mean, I'm just kind of scrolling. I know on TikTok, there's like a For You page. I'm not super familiar with TikTok, but on other social media platforms, I'm just kind of scrolling around. I'm like taking a walk through the neighborhood, just looking at things. Well, maybe that's you today, and you're curious about Shop LC. Well, when you see our prices, you might go, I'm exiting out of this. There's no way that's legit. That just seems too good to be true. It's not. The way we are able to keep our pricing where we have it is we actually manufacture majority of our jewelry in-house. So we started out manufacturing our jewelry, and then we thought, you know what, why would we manufacture our jewelry, sell it to someone else? They're gonna mark it up. Why not bring it straight to the people at incredible prices? Why not bring it straight to you and give you access to jewelry that if you were to walk into a jewelry store, you might not be able to either, one, find, because we do get an incredible assortment, but also it might be really expensive. It might be extremely pricey, and you might not be able to afford it. So anyways, that is just a little tidbit. Okay. Also, what I personally find to be the most special thing that we do here at Shop LC is something called Your Purchase Feeds. With Your Purchase Feeds, you are actually going to be essentially donating a meal to a child in need every single time you shop with us. So every time you shop with us, you are going to be donating a meal to a child in need. It is that simple, that easy. When you shop with us, for each item sold, you guys, not like, not purchase. So you could buy 3 items and it's not going to be on your purchase. For every single item that you purchase, a warm meal is going to be donated to a child in need. We do that both locally here in Austin as well as abroad in India. So we do that in all those different places, and it's something truly special. And I just love that for us, we're not asking anything of you. We're not saying, hey, can you round up? Can you donate $1? We just want to do this on your behalf. We just want to give back here at Shop LC. If you ever have the opportunity to come to our studio, I know we are having a Gym Fest coming up, I think on, goodness, is it on the 23rd, DJ?
I have no clue.
Okay, I know we have a Gym Fest. I think it might be on the 23rd, which I'll know if I look at the dates. 23rd is Friday. I think it might be Friday. We'll be having a Gym Fest. So if you're in the local area, you're able to come up to the studio. They do like some little tours. I don't know what all this Gym Fest will include, but I do believe it's the 23rd. And so if you're ever able to come to the studio, you'll see all throughout the kind of photo mural type photos on the wall of different members of our team serving with Your Purchase Feeds. And so it's really special. It's just ingrained into the heart of Shop LC. And I'm all about giving back. I'm all about helping those in need. And so it really means a lot to me. It makes the job easy, right? When you know that, hey, you're here to bring people amazing products, but in the meantime, you're giving back. Oh, I have to say hello to Miss Shauna. Shauna, how are you? I try to keep up on your Facebook page, but it's so good to see your name pop up there in the comments. I hope you are doing well, my friend. I know you were kind of looking for work and looking for some side gigs, so I really do hope that something has come your way. We also had a question of, can we do a fashion show soon? You know what? That's a great idea. I will look into doing maybe since we're nearing the end of August, maybe doing like a fall inspired fashion show next week. I'll see if I can get that on the books for y'all. I know many of y'all love to get in on our handbags, so I'll try to make that happen. And y'all know me, I love fashion, so it goes hand in hand. All right, let's kick off the show with item 101. So we are starting off with a Kashmir Kyanite and multi-gemstone floral ring. It is going to have a big presence on the finger. And what I love about this one is you're actually going to have some additional accent stones that are going to give it a bit of contrast. We call this a floral ring. I would also say this could be a cocktail ring. To me, this is a special occasion, just a nice, bold statement ring. Only downside, and I'm going to come in first with the bad news, and then we'll get to the good news. So the bad news is we are limited to size 7 on this ring. Now, that's not such bad news because it is kind of like that median size. So for someone like me, I typically would wear a 5 or a 6, but I can slip this onto my middle finger and it works. And the great thing about that is it's a large statement ring. So on your middle finger, it looks pretty cute. It does the trick. Okay. Wow. I love this ring. So beautiful. All right. DJ, will you scroll down to those additional accent stones? Sometimes it specifies, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So we have, ooh, yeah, I had a feeling, but I wanted to double check. It's been a minute, y'all. Got to get all the wheels turning in my mind. So the key accent stones on this ring are moissanite. So you are going to get just this insane burst of sparkle surrounding that large kyanite stone. Now, your kyanite, I believe, is going to be over, let's see, it's going to be about 4.5 carats. 4.5 carats on that oval kyanite stone alone. So that is definitely the focal point. But then you have 2.5 millimeter round moissanites. So those are not going to be little petite flakes of moissanite. They're not going to be specks of moissanite. You have very prominent moissanite rounds surrounding that kyanite stone. So it's going to give you a major burst of sparkle. Now you'll notice you have some additional darker accent stones. And those are actually blue sapphire. So you're going to have 14 blue sapphire, 14 moissanite moving around the finger there. Now, on those moissanite, I always say moissanite has become one of my favorite stones. Actually, I said I was going to intertwine some stories. I was sitting at, where was I? I was at my product training for my other job, and I was wearing a moissanite ring that I had bought here. It's a leaf style design ring. I love this ring. It's one of my favorite items we've ever sold here at Shop LC. It's got kind of a bypass style with 2 leaves, and they're just covered in moissanite. And I was wearing it, and one of my coworkers goes, for my other job, oh my gosh, I love your ring. It's so pretty. And I said, it's moissanite. We sell it at Shop LC. And everyone was like, ooh, moissanite. Like, I've kind of heard about it, but people didn't fully know about it. And I feel like moissanite, people knew about moissanite in a very high-end aspect, right? Because if you are familiar with moissanite at all, or if you're not, I'm going to give you a little lowdown on it. Moissanite was discovered by Henry Moissan years and years and years ago, and he actually mistook moissanite for diamonds. Well, Henry Moissan spent his lifetime trying to recreate the beauty that is moissanite. It was originally recreated, but one company held a patent on moissanite. So obviously, when one company controls something, they're going to control the prices. So moissanite was extremely expensive. Well, that patent ended in 2016. So now here at Shop LC, we are able to create our own moissanite, and it sparkles. My goodness, you guys, it sparkles like nothing you've ever seen. It sparkles like the biggest, brightest, most expensive diamond you've ever seen for a fraction of the price. So that's why I love moissanite. It also has what I call a rainbow display of light. So when you look at a really beautiful diamond, you're going to see a white display of light, which is stunning. When you look at a moissanite, you're going to see a rainbow display of light, which is going to just be, to me, so enticing, so intriguing. All right, let's take a peek at this on the finger. So this is coming in at $269.99. Now, of course, you are going to get your 25% off discount. In addition to that, we do have budget pay. Your current budget pay is $54. That will go down once you get your 25% off. It sits up a bit high on the finger. So to me, it's kind of what I call like a wedding cake design. You see that bottom halo, that's where your moissanite is. You then see your blue sapphire, and then you see that kyanite kind of placed high up. So you're really gonna allow some light to enter that stone and give you the full effect of your Kashmir kyanite. So this one will be done in platinum over sterling silver. I'm gonna go ahead and let me measure this out first, actually. So I want you to see some of these statement rings, kind of just how big they might be on the finger. So looking from top to bottom, we're just over ½ inch. So that is gonna be pretty prominent in size, just over ½ inch. If y'all didn't notice, I'm very into coordinating. So I knew we were doing kyanite today, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put on my blue so that we can coordinate and be matching with the kyanite. So that will actually bring this to $202. So $202, once you apply that 25% off discount code, what an incredible price. And then if we're gonna do 5 budget pays, your budget pays will be around $40. So incredible price point on this stunning ring. And like I mentioned, y'all, it's not small, right? It's very present, it's very prominent on the finger. All right, that will be item 101. So you're gonna comment sold 101 or visit the link in our Shop LC bio to purchase that first ring. All right, now we have a pair of earrings, and these are so pretty. And actually, these are gonna have, oops, wait, are these the right ones? Let's see here. They're by the bracelet. Oh, there they are, okay. All right, these actually have a corresponding bracelet. So that kind of has the same look moving around the wrist that you're gonna see on these. But this is gonna be your hoop. Y'all know me. If you know me, you know I am a big hoop fan. I feel like hoops give women such a feeling of confidence, of strength, of you could just walk into a room and you have a pair of hoops on and you just feel bold, you feel strong, you feel ready to take on the day. So here are those hoops. Now they are gonna be what we're calling the sea wave hoops. And I love that because it really is reminiscent of the sea. Because as you see, you're gonna have oval, kind of an elongated oval of your Kashmir kyanite, but it's interchanged with chrome diopside. So that's gonna be, your chrome diopside is just kind of sprinkled in throughout. Now with these, you're gonna have a hinge closure there. So very simple to get into the ear, your standard traditional hoop. Of course, I'll measure these out for y'all as well. They are $199, so we're gonna instantly drop these to $150 with your 25% off discount, which will lower your budget pay, of course, as well. Let's see the diameter of this hoop. So I really want you to see these on the ear. I'll give you a close-up, but just, aren't they beautiful? Okay, so looking at diameter, we are looking at exactly 1 inch across. So to me, that is such a great size, not too big, not too small. You don't have something that's gonna get caught in your hair, that's gonna pull down or weigh down your ear, but you have something that's just gonna be the perfect complement to any outfit. It's just gonna have that right amount of carat weight of gemstones. You're looking at 10.65 carats. So over 5 carats of genuine gemstones per ear. That will be switched out between your Kashmir kyanite and your chrome diopside. Now that chrome diopside, that is gonna be where you see that bright, vibrant flash of green. It's just like, bam. It is nearly neon. Absolutely stunning. What a great combination. I really love that we created this combination because those two stones go really well together. And kyanite is oftentimes, because it's somewhat of like a teal-esque color, it's sometimes thought to be kind of this combination of where the ocean and water meets earth, right? So you have the blues and the greens, and that creates this really beautiful teal color. So we've taken that to another level here with the blues and greens you see between your Kashmir kyanite and then your chrome diopside. Now another detail, if someone was to, maybe you had your hair up in a ponytail, see these from the back. We have a really beautiful wavelength design in your rhodium over sterling silver on the interior of this hoop. So we've done this wave-like design going all the way down the back of those gemstones, really playing into that sea waves theme, and also just kind of part of the meaning of the kyanite stone, where you see that connection between the ocean and the earth. So here's the interior of that earring. Y'all can see those sea waves going down. And here's the earring on the ear. Now I love the kyanite with blue, right? That's why I wore blue today, because I really wanted y'all to see how beautiful this blue stone is. But I mentioned denim at the beginning of the show, because when we think of denim, we think of that kind of go-to, always gonna work, always gonna match. Let me give you an up close of these so you can see how we have the mixture of your kyanite and your chrome diopside moving down the front of the hoop. So I mentioned denim at the beginning of the show, because when I think of kyanite, I think of denim. And I think of it because when we're going through our closet and we find a blouse or a top and we're like, ooh, I'm gonna wear this today, but what should I wear it with, right? And you're like, okay, nah, it's not gonna go with that skirt. It's not, you're trying to mix and match colors, you're trying to perfectly blend. What do we gravitate to when we don't know? Like when all else fails, what do we gravitate to? We pick up our favorite pair of jeans. We put them on and we know whatever blouse we're wearing that day, it's gonna work. And I feel like when you have a blue stone like kyanite, it can kind of become the denim of your jewelry box, right? You're like, ooh, what's gonna match with this? In a way, blue has kind of become a neutral because we think of denim. So if you're gonna throw on jeans with your favorite blouse, the perfect way to dress it up is with a pair of kyanite earrings or a ring or a bracelet, whatever your heart desires. Now let's move towards, do we have the bracelet next, CJ? Okay. So like I mentioned, we have a corresponding bracelet. It's gonna be the same design. So you're gonna,
Isaac says hello.
Isaac's here. Isaac, hello friend. Isaac was like, are you ever coming back? And I was like, Isaac, I'm back. I'm back in Texas. I just have one more thing this week and then I'll be back on the live stream. Isaac, how are you? You gotta fill me in. Any big updates, any big life updates? Have you been entering to win the Nissan Leaf? Have all of you been entering to win the Nissan Leaf? If you haven't, it's time. You guys, we have a sweepstakes going on to win a Nissan Leaf. It is a Nissan Leaf, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have a sweepstakes going on. You can enter every single day, and every day we are gonna pick a gift card winner. So really, you have no reason not to enter. You might as well enter, and who knows, you might just be that lucky winner that wins a Nissan Leaf. How amazing would that be? So we do have that sweepstakes going on, so make sure y'all are entering every single day on shoplc.com. Where do they enter? Oh, it's up at the top. Okay, yeah, drive your dream summer sweepstakes, $100 daily gift card and Nissan Leaf. When you go to the ShopLC website, you can simply click on the enter now, and you can enter every single day through the end of the sweepstakes. It's not a one and done. So raise those chances and keep on entering. Oh, Isaac, as I said, you ditched me. I would never ditch you. We're still friends on Facebook. That's why you know I didn't ditch you. And I like to comment on your stuff. We've got the same humor. But I have, y'all, I was really saying, when in life, things tend to all happen at once, right? It's not like this happens and then you get a little break and then that, and then literally, you guys, it's been one of those little seasons of life where it's been one thing after the other. So some of you might know my other job in addition to this, I work for Toyota. I do public speaking engagements. So I had a NASCAR race where I was speaking on behalf of Toyota in Richmond, Virginia. So I flew to Richmond. From Richmond, I flew directly to our Toyota new product training where we learn about any of the updates to vehicles, new vehicles. So I went straight from Richmond to California for the new product training. And then I flew back home. I had a church conference here in the Austin area. I went to one day of the church conference, and then I had one of my best friend's bachelorette parties in San Antonio. So, and that was literally that night I went from the church conference to San Antonio. So it is truly was one thing after the other. I am lucky. I have about 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, I believe, that I'm here, that I'm steady. I've got nothing big going on. And then September's got a few things that are going to be popping up, but I think they'll be in smaller doses, so it'll be a little bit easier. Yeah, Isaac said, but I want a black car. Isaac, win that Nissan Leaf, and believe me, you won't care what color it is. You'll just be excited. Can y'all even imagine? I cannot even imagine winning a car. It reminds me of I don't know if any of y'all out there have watched the vacation movies. Well, y'all had to have watched the vacation movies, but the Las Vegas vacation movie, where at the end his son has become this like big time gambler in Vegas, Papa Giorgio, and he ends up winning them. He's won four cars. So at the end, the mom, the dad, the sister, and the brother, they each get in one car and start driving away. And I'm just like, ever since being a kid and watching that movie, I've been like, can you imagine winning a car? I just can't believe it. Can't imagine it. Oh, that's exciting. Isaac said, I won a trip to Indiana in November. Isaac, how? Where did you win the trip? Tell us about it. What does the trip entail? We want to know. And then how you win. Yeah, someone asked, how do we win the Nissan? So how you win the Nissan is you just head over to shoplc.com. Up at the very top of the screen, you will see our Drive Your Summer Dream sweepstakes, and you click enter now. And that's where you will enter to win. Isaac said the most I've ever won was $1,500. Okay, I've never won any kind of sweepstakes or any kind of giveaway up to $1,500. I've won a couple little things. I won like a gift card to a restaurant in Dallas, but never anything $1,500. My goodness, Isaac. Isaac, you're lucky. Like, if anybody wants to go to Vegas and try to win, they need to bring Isaac along, because I do not know people who've won multiple sweepstakes and giveaways. I need to start entering to win more things, because I feel like my lucky day's got to be coming. All right, now here's that corresponding bracelet. Y'all know I'm going to get sidetracked.
That entire time, you know.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the bracelet yet. Y'all know me. All right, so here's that corresponding bracelet. And we don't really have to go into it too much, because it is the same design that we saw on those hoop earrings. So you're going to have your alternating Kashmir Kyanite. Again, those are elongated ovals with your petite round chrome diopside stones. So those are just kind of placed perfectly in there, giving you a nice bright burst of color within that rich, deep Kashmir Kyanite. We are currently sold out on the 8-inch. So your options here are going to be 7 1/4 and 6 1/2. So two size options. I would say if you typically get an 8 and you love this bracelet, try for the 7 1/4. Normally 7 1/4 is kind of that median size, where like for me, I would go with the 6 1/2, but they typically send us the 7 1/4. I don't feel like it's going to fall off the wrist. It's got the perfect amount of drape, but if you had a little bit larger wrist, it would just fit a bit tighter, which some of us love, right? I do like my bracelets to sit oftentimes kind of more prominently tighter on the wrist, but I think this is beautiful just as it is. So I would check out that 7 1/4 if you're interested. This does have a solid 5-star review across the board. So 5-star review across the board. Wow. All right, friends, this is $399, but you get a 25% off discount. So we're going to take $100 right off the top of that. It's going to come in right around $100, and of course that not 100, right around $300, and of course that will adjust your budget pay as well. 5 budget payments, breaking those up. Now, if you are new to us here at Shop LC, okay, it does have it has an insert tab closure with a double safety. But if you're new to us here at Shop LC, one thing I did forget to mention in the beginning is budget pay. And as I mentioned, budget pay, I'll come show this to you on the wrist. All right, here that is on the wrist. You can kind of see. Do y'all see those little bursts of chrome dioxide those bursts of color in the midst of your Kashmir Kyanite. And there's that closure for you. Insert tab, double safety, so you know it's going to stay on. Now, on this side of the closure, they have added gemstones on top of it. So you have minimal breakage, like break between where your stones are. Minimal break in the stones as you move your way around the wrist, which I always love. I love it when we place some stones right there on the closure so you don't have this gap, so that if it were to get turned around on the wrist, you're not missing out on those gemstones. All right, that was item 104. The corresponding hoop earrings right here, as y'all can see, perfect match there. Those were 103. So make sure you're checking those out. If you like a set, this is a really pretty set, you guys. I can imagine so many different ways you can wear this. And I think with the different colors, adding in the chrome diopside, that little burst of color, it gives you even more variety and more opportunity to mix and match what you're gonna wear this with and how you're gonna wear this. All righty. Isaac said World Food Championship. I don't know if I go. Oh, Isaac, that's cool. Okay, so Isaac had already said, if y'all are just tuning in, he won a trip to Indiana in November, and it's for the World Food Championship. That's pretty cool. So, okay, I just got to know because I'm like, So if you went to the World Food Championship, would you like get to taste a bunch of food? Like, are the samples included in that?
I don't see why it wouldn't. We kind of messed up. Just like, no, you can't have anything.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're like just going to watch, like them cook or something, and then there's like judges, or are you like walking around trying all the food? Because if you're walking around trying all the food, then you got to go.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there is.
But if you're like sitting watching them and there's like judges, then
Yeah, that sounds lame.
not as much fun. Yeah. Isaac, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Let us know. And as we're talking about food, I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. DJ, what's new with you?
I'm going to New York and Jersey this Thursday.
That's already here? Oh my gosh, y'all, time flies. Are you so excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so nervous and trying to get everything ready because I'm still not done with my costume and other stuff, but we're getting there.
You'll get it all figured out. It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, that's true.
You got this.
Yeah.
Y'all, if you couldn't hear, because we use our mics now, DJ is going to New York and New Jersey on Thursday. I feel like we've been talking about this trip for a while.
That's true.
It's just crazy how like life speeds up and you're like, wait, it's already here.
I know, yeah.
We've been talking about this trip for a bit. So DJ's headed to New York and New Jersey. That's going to be an exciting trip. You're going with your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same friends you went to LA with or different friends?
Yes, unintentionally, because I'm going with one of the friends I went with LA, and then the other guy that I went with, he called me being like, hey, I'm going to be in Jersey for an entire month because my job is having me be there. So I just happened to be meeting him there.
Okay, that's
I
exciting.
have another friend who's also going that weekend because it's her birthday weekend. So we'll see on Thursday.
That's so fun. That worked out so well. You're going to get to see different friends like accidentally. That makes it even more fun.
That's pretty cool, yeah. So I'm excited for it. It'll be fun.
Yay, DJ. I'm excited. That's going to be really fun. And you get to see your friend who it's her birthday, your friend who's in New Jersey. I mean, that's just perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect, yeah.
Did y'all figure out a hotel?
Yeah, we'll be in Airbnb, pretty near to the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have the issue you had last time in LA.
Yeah, no, we'll be good. We'll be good. We fixed that.
So y'all, in LA, DJ and his friends, they booked a hotel. They got there. It was horrible. Like there's like not running water, right?
No, yeah, I did not think it through. I just thought it was cheap and it was close to the convention center, and I was like, all right.
Oh, I've done it. I've definitely done that and ended up in hotels. I'm like, what was I thinking? But they ended up in a hotel with like no running water, and they had to change hotels and then spent a whole lot more because obviously at last minute everything's expensive. So they're in an Airbnb this time, so we can all feel secure and not nervous that DJ is going to be without running water. They're doing an Airbnb. Yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear about it when you get back.
Yeah.
Aw, DJ's headed off to New York. What about the YouTube page?
Just hit 7K not too long ago, and I went to an anime convention 2 weeks ago, and that was really good.
You got really great reviews on your...
My panel, yeah.
Yes. Okay, y'all, DJ does anime like panels at these conventions, and I was looking on his social media, and he had posted some really great reviews that people had written in about his about his panels. Like people really were excited about your panel.
Oh
So,
no, they were very excited. And, like there was like a bunch of people in the room. Like some people couldn't even get in, and there's like people like sitting down, like laying on the floor, and it was like
oh my goodness, sold out panel over here.
pretty much.
DJ, I'm so proud of you. That's exciting. You're not doing the panel in New York though. You're
Yeah,
just going.
yeah, I'm just going. I applied, but I was rejected, which is okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Next time.
Yeah, next time.
You've done quite a few panels
That's true. I've done
recently.
3, so
Yeah. So this time go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then you won't have the stress of the panel
Exactly.
in the back of your mind. You can just have fun. Isaac has updated us. That's the point of going, getting up to 200 pounds. Okay, so Isaac gets to eat all the food. Isaac, I feel like you have to go. You have to go to the World Food Championship, try all the food, and then report back on it. Because that is just a really cool, like, lifetime opportunity.
Speaking of the World Championship and stuff like that, giving the, I don't know if we're allowed to say the name of it, but giving the recent sporting event, I was seeing like the news headlines about like the whole breakdancing thing with that one Australian lady. Do you know about that?
The Olympics? I think we can say Olympics.
Okay. Olympics.
I think. Why would we not be?
I don't know. Just you never know.
You never know. I'm pretty sure we could talk about the Olympics. Okay, I've heard about the Australian break dancer. I've not seen it.
I've seen small clips, and it's just really hard for me to. Like, I can't watch the full thing because it's pretty bad.
Didn't she win like 14th place or something?
I think so.
Like she still placed somewhere. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure we can say Olympics. The Olympics are over, right?
Yeah, no, they've been over.
Okay, I do not keep up. That's one thing, y'all don't come after me, but I do not keep up with the Olympics.
Oh, neither did I.
That's not. I know there are people that like wake up at 6 in the morning and watch it. They come home from work and they watch it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I've never really been into the Olympics. It's nothing personal. It's like, I mean, go Team USA, obviously, but I just don't get into it. I don't think
I just know some memes and like some people who like
yeah.
how like certain like countries got their first gold medal, which is really cool. But
yeah.
And apparently how like the next one's gonna be in LA.
Is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be in California.
That's gonna be crazy. I don't feel like. I guess it is. I don't know. When I think of LA, I don't feel like it's big enough to host the Olympics,
Yeah,
but.
It doesn't seem like it, but I mean, it's cool.
I guess it is. Well, that would be neat to have it here in the U.S. All right, friends. Sorry we're sidetracked, but that's the way this goes. We get through everything. We just like to chit-chat as well. Isaac, you'll find someone. Ask Lexi. Or how's your mom doing? Maybe have your mom go with you if she's filling up for it. I'd be bringing my mom. Y'all know me. Okay. Next up, we have this really beautiful ring. And for some reason, when I see this ring, it reminds me of something my grandmother would like because it's really big and bold. There's so much attention to detail, and it just has a very, I'm trying to think of the right word. Like there's a lot of contrast in this ring because you have mixed metals. So the base of your ring is platinum over sterling, but then you have a loop of vermeil yellow gold. So you're getting a lot of contrast, and that really creates a very dynamic look on the finger. To me, it also has a bit of an Art Deco design or Art Deco feeling to it with those mixed metals. So again, y'all, I don't know what it is about our Kashmir Kyanite, but we're sold out on everything but a size 7. So second ring today in Kashmir Kyanite that we are completely sold out on everything except for size 7. But like I mentioned before, that's not a totally bad thing because 7 is kind of that median size. So maybe put it on your middle finger. You'll find a place to wear it. Now, this one is going to have white zircon accent stones. And I got to say, you guys, y'all know I'm very biased and partial to, not really biased, I'm just partial to moissanite. The white zircon in this are really impressive. They are really sparkling and shining, more so than I think you always see on white zircon. So really, really stunning design. This ring to me is all about design, design, design. It's the way everything is placed. It's the way the metal works together to just give you that dynamic look. Of course, the focal point is going to be your Kashmir Kyanite, and that's a premium Kashmir Kyanite, so you're going to get a really nice depth of color on that. But everything works together in this ring to create a really prominent look. Coming in at 4.3 carats, majority of that, probably at least four carats of that is going to come from your Kashmir Kyanite. Now, I always do like to mention, at least once in a show, white zircon, not to be confused with cubic zirconia. White zircon is a naturally occurring stone. It actually dates back to biblical times. We are talking about a genuine, naturally occurring gemstone. All right, let's come take a close-up look at this. I want y'all to see all of the detailing because even as we move down the sides, you got some really pretty loops of your platinum over sterling that just kind of incorporate and add into that whole stylized look. It's almost giving us that Art Deco feel. So taking a peek at this on the finger, obviously you're gonna have that center stone, your premium Kashmir Kyanite. You have an inner halo with your white zircon. Now the inner halo, that's where we're utilizing the platinum over sterling. But then you have an outer halo that moves into the side of the band, and that's where we've incorporated vermeil yellow gold. So it's giving you two distinct colors right there in the same ring. Let's see, I might want to pull this up behind me for a moment. There we go. So y'all can see how distinct that is. Then as you move to the sides, you've got even more detailing in your platinum over sterling. So it almost gives you a layered effect. It's like that vermeil yellow gold is placed on top of your platinum over sterling. And again, this is easily a ring that you could wear on the middle finger because it is so prominent and bold. Now, if I measured this one out, I'm thinking it's likely that first one was a little over half an inch from top to bottom, but this one, because we have that double halo effect and because we have the utilization of your vermeil yellow gold, I have a feeling it's going to be even longer from top to bottom. Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, 3/4 of an inch. So very prominent on the finger. This is not something that's going to be missed if you are wearing this. And here's the thing about the Kashmir Kyanite. We're looking at very big, like bold rings, but rings that I feel like you could very easily wear. Rings that I feel like you could walk in somewhere, you could wear these out and about, wear it to church, wear it to lunch, wear it to dinner. It's not something that you, sometimes when we look at really big, bold rings, it's like, oh, save that for a special occasion, a holiday party, a wedding. With rings like this, I feel like because of just the look of the Kashmir Kyanite, the way they're designed, they could become easy to wear rings that you wear more frequently than just those super special occasions. So looking at the price point on that one, we've got it at $174.99, around that to $175. We are going to bring you down to $131. $131 will be your price once we apply that coupon code, and then of course that will adjust your budget pay as well. 5 budget pay options. Y'all, that's what I was going to say and I forgot. Budget pay. If you're new here, that's something you got to know about is budget pay. Budget pay is a no interest, no credit check payment plan where you're simply going to portion out your payments over time so that you can just kind of like stay within your budget but still get some of those incredible pieces that we have here at Shop LC, but just have that portioned out a bit. Now we have a corresponding pendant with this. Ooh, love it. All right, let's see if they're a perfect match. So again, you're gonna see the use of mixed metals. Yep, pretty much a direct match there. The only thing I would say is because the ring is a bit domed, your kyanite seems to be sitting slightly higher. I don't think it actually is, but it just appears to be. But on the pendant, where you saw kind of that layering of your platinum over sterling with the vermeil, is going to be on the bail instead of on the sides of the band. So you're going to get that same look on the bail. Now I'm going to place this on. Of course, I don't have an open neckline. I was trying to go in the blue theme. So no open neckline, but I do want you to see this on the neckline. And I'm going to measure it again from bail to base. Bail to base on this one is like right at 1 inch. So pretty prominent. And it appears we have a bundle and save option. So if you'd like to utilize the bundle and save option and complete your set, you can do that. Now, Sometimes it works out, since both of these are on the show, that you're able to get your 10% with the bundle and save and the 25% on top of that. Sometimes it doesn't. So I always encourage you guys, just try, right? It never hurts to try. And this is like such a side note, but my high school best friend, who we continue to be best friends through college, and then we've kind of lost touch, but she was never afraid to ask for anything. And so we would like go to dinner or we go through a drive-through, and she'd be like, literally would just ask like, oh, like, could we get a free soda? And like half the times they would give it to her. Like, I don't know, it just never hurts to ask. So in this case, it just doesn't hurt to try. Do the bundle and save, add it to your cart, and see if it'll take the 25% off, because it very well could. You never know, DJ.
Yeah, that's true. You never know. Someone should be that generous.
I mean, did y'all ever hear of my LA story? I'm sure I told it, but maybe not. So y'all, this is one of those things that sometimes you just have to ask. Probably my most embarrassing moment of my life, but it worked out. When I first graduated college, I moved to LA, and I was a personal assistant for a television host. And he was a guy in his 30s, you know, not the most like planned out. He had a personal assistant for a reason, right? So it was the World Cup, and we were going to be doing an interview the next morning. I just pulled into the house that I was staying at. I was renting a room. I just pulled into the driveway. It's like 7:45, and I get a call from him. And he was like, hey, I need a England jersey for tomorrow morning for the shoot at 7 a.m. And I'm like, well, okay. But of course, I'm like thinking, in my head, I'm like, okay. And to him, though, I'm like, okay, sure, I'm on it. Like, okay, send me the size, I'll go get it. Well, it's like 7:45. The malls close at 9. So I'm like looking up, where's like a Finish Line? Where are one of those stores that sell jerseys? So the mall has one. I'm like speeding over there because I know the mall closes at 9. But what I don't know is jerseys cost like $300. And I'm a personal assistant at the time. I'm literally like living like dollar to dollar. And so I get to the mall to buy this jersey, and my card is not going through. And I am not about to call my boss at like 8:30 and be like, so about that, my card won't go through. You guys, I tried everything to get this jersey. I was like talking to the associate. I was like, I will trade you my Louis Vuitton handbag if you will let me have this jersey. And they're like, ma'am, we just can't do that. And I was like, please. I was like, just keep my purse on ransom. Please, like, I'll do anything. Y'all, my purse was like my graduation gift. It was worth much more than this dang jersey. But I was so embarrassed and I was so paranoid that I'd get in trouble that I was just like, please. I was like walking through the store like, I'll trade you this for $300. And people are like, what a psycho. Well, I ended up just going up to this group of guys. They were Russian. And I was like, hey, this is so embarrassing. Like, this is not like me. I have this new job. I'm a personal assistant. I have to buy this jersey. Like, is there any way I can give you my purse as like ransom and you lend me the $300 and I'll pay you back? And literally this guy just like opens his wallet, hands me $300 and was like, just take it. Don't worry about it. So I just happened to ask the right person. To this day, I'm still convinced this must have been like the Russian mafia. Because I'm like,
you came up to me like, I don't.
I'm also like, who just has $300 cash and like more in their wallet just to be like, here you go, just take it. Like, don't worry about it.
I would ask for that money.
Yeah, no. And I mean, he was just like, just take it. So I'm like, pretty sure it was the Russian mafia.
Maybe.
I also think the Russian mafia is like a thing in LA. So like, to me, that just made sense. But I was like, wow, I don't know, Lord, you protected me that day because somehow that worked out. Still though, like most embarrassing moment of my life. Like, I never thought I'd be someone who's walking around the mall saying, can I trade you my purse for $300? Like, yeah, I was a maniac, but it all worked out. And my boss did not know. It took me about a year to tell him that had happened because I was so embarrassed. And he was like, are you crazy? Like, why didn't you just call me? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to get in trouble. Like, it was still so new. I was like, I didn't want to get in trouble. But it all worked out. He had the jersey. Yeah. All right. Anyways, that's my side note of it never hurts to ask. because someone might just hand you $300 in the mall. Oh, Isaac. Okay, Isaac said, I'm cute enough to get free Pepsi at Taco Bell. Well, you go, Isaac.
Hey, that's something.
Yeah. And yeah, my mom said, I bought you that purse. Mom, I wasn't trying to like get rid of it forever. I was trying to like ransom it. Like hold my purse and then I'll pay you back. Even though that probably would have been so risky because I'm like, if they knew the value of the purse, they would definitely be like, I'm never answering your phone call. I'm just going to keep the purse. But it all worked out. I'm really glad I didn't have to ransom my purse. And then Isaac asked, how did you do on cutting back on small purchases? I feel like you wasted money the last 2 weeks. I will tell you this, Isaac. In Richmond, on my the first part of my work trip, we had at our hotel a little lounge where I got like my breakfast and my lunch, and then I ate leftovers. Like I went out to dinner one night and then I ate leftovers the next night. So I was very good at cutting back on my spending on that trip. I did do a little bit of shopping there, but whatever. You know, sometimes you gotta do a little bit of shopping. I got these cute shoes at a resale shop. Then and we also had a per diem. So I was kind of like pocketing that per diem because I was just eating at the hotel lounge. Then the second trip to Palm Springs for my work training, our meals were provided at training aside from dinner, but we had an allowance for dinner. So I think I stayed pretty much right within my daily allowance. So pretty good. I did pretty well on that. We're just gonna go with that. I did not go too crazy. So things kind of all evened out, I would say, with the per diems. So yeah. But now that I'm home the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be very diligent on coffee at home. $500. Said you spent $500, not $6. I don't think I spent $500.
On what?
I don't know. On what? But yeah, I think it all evened out. But what I was going to say is, now that I'm home, I'm going to be very diligent on my spending. Literally, all from that bachelorette party, the final night we went to dinner, and like we're a bunch of girls, and so we ordered way too much food. So we had like a leftover thing of mac and cheese, two leftover things of French fries, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, like all these sides we had ordered for the table that we didn't eat. And we took them all to go, and they're in my fridge. And I had like some for dinner last night, and I have some for lunch today. So I'm back on my saving game, and I'm not going to be going to like Dutch Bros or Starbucks or anything like that. I'm going to be very diligent on making my coffee, having my coffee at Shop LC. I'm getting back into my saving until my next travels. So it all evens out, you know? You spend while you're traveling, you come home, you save, and it all balances out in the end. Okay, now here's that pendant. Let's take an up close and personal look, and then we're going to continue on. Here it is with the ring. I want y'all to see those side by side because they really are a beautiful match. Again, you're getting a little bit of that Art Deco feel. You're getting the contrast between your platinum over sterling and your vermeil yellow gold. And y'all, I hope my angles and stuff are right. Being my first day back, we kind of changed up the set just a little bit in the way we have our cameras. So if there's something that you're not seeing it very well or I'm not showing it well, please let me know. Do not hesitate to ask to see something again or for me to kind of like show something differently. More than happy to do that. All right, up next we have our second bracelet. So I will take the time to show you both of them together. If you, my microphone, let's see, maybe I'm unplugging it accidentally because I am sitting on it.
Both the lights are green, so should be fine.
Let me see if I can find the right one. We're gonna fix these.
Should be the main one.
Main. Oh, that's TikTok. Oh, okay. Are they too close to each other? There we go.
Okay, so it's definitely doing something with the. Maybe leave the battery pack out.
On the pocket.
Yeah.
We got a little static. Sorry, TikTok friends. We got a little static going on our other microphone for our other social media platforms. So we don't want to torment people with static because I know that's a very annoying.
Okay, that should be good now. Okay, we should be good.
We're good? Okay. So we're going to keep the battery pack right here, y'all. Right here on the hip so we don't get that static effect. Okay. So back to this Kashmir Kyanite bracelet. Now the white topaz, I feel like look like they're in this beautiful floral-like display. But something else I want to point out about this bracelet is around your Kashmir Kyanite, you have this beading in your platinum over sterling, and it almost looks like you have even more of those petite white topaz stones. So let's take a peek at this on the wrist. And I want to show it to you next to the other bracelet so that if you are in the market for a blue stone bracelet, we would love for that to be Kashmir Kyanite, then I want you to be able to see both and see what is more your style. Now, the good thing about this one is we do have all three sizes. So we have 6.5, 7.25, and a size 8. Now, the other one, we were sold out on the size 8, so we were down to 6.5 and 7.25. So keep that in mind if you're going to be looking for a bracelet. This one you will have the size 8 available. This one also you're getting the white topaz, so it might be a little bit more versatile with your wardrobe if you're wanting something that you can wear with everything. This one you had the chrome dioxide, which I love that little pop of color, that pop of green, but it might be slightly less versatile if you're trying to mix and match with outfits. If you're someone like me who wears a ton of floral, like floral is my jam, you guys. I love wearing florals. And so I feel like the greens and blues would be perfect. Like they would perfectly correlate into Here are the two on the wrist. So the first one was item 104. This is 108. So take a peek at those on the wrist if you are in the market for a bracelet. Now it looks like the one we're showcasing now, DJ, does this also come in a vermeil or is that a different stone?
Different stone.
Okay. So it comes in a chrome dioxide. That one actually, the chrome dioxide is on clearance for $191.24. So if you're interested in a chrome dioxide version of this one with the white topaz, that's an option. You can still comment sold 108 and you'll be able to see that one. Will you click over back to our, thank you. Your Kashmir Kyanite is $269.99, but we are going to get you that 25% off discount. So let's see what we're looking at. Looking at about 201. So bring it down to 201. That will bring your budget pay down as well. So either way you go, they're both beautiful. I might just leave those on layered up together, right? The more you can do, I mean, they interchange so beautifully. So maybe you already own a the double safety. And that means a lot to me. I feel like you have to at least have one safety, or it makes me a little bit panicked because I have lost bracelets before. So having the double safety, you know you are ultra secure with that bracelet on.
Also, we're going to speed it up a tad bit because we have like 13 items left in less than an hour.
We'll get there. We'll do it. We will speed up. But I think it might be doing static again.
Oh, again? Come on. Nice. It might have been just blank for like a brief second.
Okay. Y'all keep us posted on our sound. All right, next up we have y'all. This is a stunning ring. This ring is like, okay. Remember how I was saying how I'm like, oh, Kashmir Kyanite. You can totally like dress this down, dress this up. This is one of those pieces that you are going to dress up. Y'all, this would look beautiful at a wedding. Think about this if you're the mother of a bride, if you are the mother of the soon-to-be mother-in-law of a bride, the grandmother, the aunt of a bride, and you are looking for something classic that can be her, something blue, that is elegant, that is classy, that is timeless, that honestly you could keep in the family for years to come. This kyanite ring is stunning. The moissanite on this, so the moissanite accent is like 2 layers of interchanging, almost as like a floral design, but you've got 2 rows of moissanite that are weaving through one another all the way around that ring. We call it a galaxy ring. Really beautiful design and very upscale look. You're getting all of the sparkle from your moissanite. Now, you don't only have kind of that woven look, it's almost like ribbons intertwined around. You also do have a perfectly placed oval halo of moissanite. Now, on this one, we have sizes 7, 8, 9, and 10 available. There is a little red bell on that size 6. You can click on that. You can actually put your email in, and if we do get a size 6 back in stock, we'll be sure to let you know. You're looking at 5.35 carats. I would be pretty safe to say at least 5 of those carats, or about 4.5, are coming from your Kashmir Kyanite. Of all the stones we've done today, you guys, this one, that Kashmir Kyanite is very deep in blue. It is probably the deepest blue color that we have seen on today's show. This will be done in rhodium over sterling. Y'all, it just looks so classy. It looks so crisp. It looks so regal. When we're looking at, my goodness, when we're looking at this, it looks like diamonds. I mean, it looks so high end. This looks like something that you would see someone with on a red carpet, walking into a gala. It has that prestige to it. Now let me bring this up so you can get an up close peek. Oh, thank you, Isaac. Isaac let us know sound is better. Y'all see that sparkle though? Like, y'all see how elegant it is? That's what I'm trying to get across. It's very, very elegant. So that is $239.99. You will get a 25% off discount. So that will bring us, ooh, and we have the matching pendant. So let's go ahead. That'll be item 109. Now the matching pendant will be next. And I want to just kind of show these together. It will help us since we're a little bit behind. Okay, those are a perfect match. Y'all see? And there's a bundle and save. So, like we mentioned before, just give it a whirl. Try the bundle and save, apply the coupon code, and just see if it does it, because you might be able to get a discount on top of a discount. And who doesn't love that? Now, either option is $239.99, and either one you're going to have the opportunity to utilize your live 25 coupon code. So I'm going to pounce that in real quick, $239. That's going to bring you to about $179 for either one of these. And then if you do the bundle and save, you might potentially save even more. Now, with this one, you are going to get your 20-inch chain included. So it is ready to wear. It is ready to gift. Again, going back to, do you have someone in your life who's getting married? Do you have someone who is looking for that something blue? Either one of these would make such a beautiful something blue, because it's so royal, it's so regal, and just something that is so classic, classy, elegant, timeless. Really, really beautiful pieces. Might be my favorite of the show. All right, so the ring was item 109, and the pendant with chain included is going to be item 110. All right, next up we have a really beautiful necklace. This is a completely different design than anything we've seen. So far I've showed y'all some pendants, but this is going to be a drop necklace. So you're going to kind of have this structured look moving down the neckline in your cashmere kyanite. And this one has a floral design. It's beautiful, you guys. So I'm going to show it up against here first since I am wearing blue. I don't want it to get lost in the color of my top. Now you've got your pear-shaped drop there, but you've got this really beautiful, it's almost like you have a vine of your cashmere kyanite moving downward along the neckline, kind of creating this U shape. And then you have your dropped pear shape. That pear shape is going to have white zircon moving around in a beautiful halo. Here's for our friends on TikTok. Hopefully y'all are able to see that. Again, like I mentioned, if there's ever a point where you don't see something, y'all just holler at me if I'm not at the right angle because I'm getting used to our new camera angles. All right, you are getting 7 carats on this one. Majority of that, again, coming from your cashmere kyanite. It is going to be adjustable from 18 to 20 inches, and it's 11:11, y'all. It's been a minute, but y'all know what that means. It is time. 11:11, make a wish, say a prayer, whatever your heart calls you to do. Okay, hope y'all made those wishes. I'm going to slip this onto the neckline, and I have it at 18 inches. So I like things higher up on the neck. Now with this top, I might be better off to go down to like 20 because the top kind of clusters at the top. But these are those pieces that to me, they have kind of that Victorian look to them, a very classic look. Very Victorian. So these to me are the pieces that, yeah, these are those special occasion moment pieces. I'm going to a wedding. I'm going to a gala. I have a special dinner party coming up. And you want to put something on that's going to be prominent, that's going to have just a very classic look. This to me, Victorian. This is like something coming out of Bridgerton, right? I mean, it's just very elegant on the neckline. And I think even though this is something that I personally would probably prefer to wear with like a V or a lower neckline so that you could really see those stones directly to the skin tone, it still pops. It still stands out even on top of the blouse I have on today. So I think regardless, it's going to get a really beautiful placement on the neckline. All right, this will be done in rhodium over sterling. We 25% off, so you will come home with this. We'll get this home to you for about $150, and that will lessen that budget pay price that you're seeing as well. That will be item 111. So you'll comment sold 111 for our drop leaf necklace. Now that is the only necklace today we have that is that drop like design. So everything else is either going to be, we've got 2 more pendants, and then we have 2 or 3. We have 3 more pendants, I believe, and then we have this one, which is going to be almost like a double layer tennis necklace. Like that's a very big, bold look on that final necklace. But if you're looking for something with that drop-like design that's going to kind of give you that U shape at the base, this is going to be a great option for you, and that will be item 111. Y'all, another one that is so beautiful. I love the design team, and when we're doing cashmere kyanite, how they really do incorporate a lot of floral motifs. This one, okay, so this is going to be cashmere kyanite with some white zircon accent stones. Now we're calling it a star ring, and I can totally see that, but I see more of a flower. What do you think, DJ? Flower or star?
I see more flower.
Yeah, I'm seeing that flower. I see that central cashmere kyanite round as kind of. Now you see the star?
Yeah, it's the
It's the white zircon.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a flower and a star all in one. I love that you pointed that out, DJ, because I would not have noticed. Okay, so I see the flower in that you have that central round cashmere kyanite. That's like the bud of the flower. Then you have these pear shapes moving around. Those are like the petals of the flower. But it's like those images. Y'all see those images on like Instagram or Facebook? And the recent one I've seen, the most recent one I've seen is it's like 2 little girls or 2 girls standing there, But if you look at it at like a second glance, you see like Jesus's face. Have y'all seen those on like Facebook or Instagram or social media? I see those and I'm like, you have to kind of like really like squint your eyes or look from a different angle. So with this one, when you first look at it, if you're just looking at the Kashmir Kyanite because it's bold, it pops, you see that flower. But look at the white zircon. Look at where the light is coming from, and that's where you see a star. How magical is this ring? It is like a star shining through that floral display, which that's what stars do, right? They shine. So that is a really incredible take on a star, to just have it like truly shining through. It is shining right on through. Wow, I love that. I love that. All right, y'all. Oh, Isaac, are you talking about on the display or on the little image on Facebook? He said, I see two girls. I'm like, well, right now there's only one. So you might be having double vision, but I think he's talking about those images that have been popping up on like Instagram and stuff where it's like, what do you see? And at first glance, it's one thing, and second glance, it's another. All right, so on this one, you're looking at 6.15 carats. That will be between your Kashmir Kyanite and white zircon. Most of that coming from that Kashmir Kyanite, but you are getting that beautiful star display from your white zircon, all done in rhodium over sterling silver. Now, one great thing I love here is we do have a size 5. We have not had a size 5 available in any of our Kashmir Kyanite rings yet today, but we do have sizes 5, 6, 8, and 9. 5, 6, 8, and 9. We are sold out on 7 and 10, but you can click on the bell if you would like a notification if we get your size back in stock. Now let me come up and show you it up close because I really want y'all to see the way that star just kind of projects from behind those kyanite stones, those kyanite petals. Do y'all see the way that star just kind of projects through? Isn't that really neat? Oh, your sister showed you, Isaac. Isaac, what about taking your sister with you to the World Food Festival or Championship? I love that. There's only one Lauren because we couldn't handle 2. That's probably a pretty true statement. If there were 2 of me on the live stream, we wouldn't get through anything. We would. I would just be talking to myself, but like there'd be 2 of me, so I'd be talking back to myself. Oh goodness, you guys, I have way too much fun. I just entertain myself, and I hope I entertain y'all a little bit along the way. Okay, now we have the corresponding pendant, so we won't spend too much time on this one so that we can make sure we get through all of our items. I'll kind of show y'all if it's a direct match. Let me put this one back on its display. Ooh, okay. Here is this one. All right, so it actually appears slightly larger. I think it's slightly larger than you had on the ring, and I'll show you both. Now, this will come with your chain. It is going to be a 20-inch chain included. No adjustability there, but if that is a bit long for you, no worries. You could always slip this onto another chain that you have. It's a rhodium over sterling silver. So sterling silver, platinum over, even white gold, you could slip this right onto. And same price point. Wasn't the ring $134.99 as well?
$174.
Okay, $174.99 on the ring, $134.99 on the pendant and chain. There's a bundle and save. Add the bundle and save to the cart and see if you can use the discount on that, because that will save you an extra little chunk of change there. Okay, here these are together. And y'all, you're getting the chain included. That is always a big bonus, because if you're gifting or even just for yourself, it just takes some of the thinking out of it, right? You're not gonna have to think about, ooh, do I have a chain that works? Which, if you shop with us at Shop LC, I'm pretty sure you probably have bought a pendant that came with a chain that you could interchange, but just for the sake of not having to worry about it. And let's measure this pendant from top to bottom. Okay, about 3/4 in diameter on the stones alone. But if we're going from the bail to the bottom, about 1 inch. So the actual drop portion from the bail to the base is 1 inch, about 3/4 of an inch if we're just looking at that beautiful stone cluster. Now this is one that I really do suggest you guys at least attempt to add the bundle and save to your cart and then apply that discount code, because you very well could utilize both of those discounts, and that is going to save you so much extra. So give it a whirl. If you're just looking for one, the pendant is $134.99 with the chain included. That will be item 113. And again, I mean, I think it shows even more on the screen. You see that star. You see the rays of the star just moving outward from that center round Kashmir Kyanite. Now on these two, sorry guys, these two are again going to be some of the pieces that I feel like we're getting a very deep blue on that Kashmir Kyanite. Some of our slightly softer blue, but these both, the pendant and the ring, you're getting a very deep blue in that. So that necklace will be item 113. The correlating ring, that was item 112. So 112 for the ring, 113 for the pendant with the chain included. Which, by the way, speaking of stars and the night sky, did anyone see the moon last night? Did you see it, DJ? So it wasn't like, I called my mom and she was like, it's not blue. So I don't think the point was that it was going to be actually blue, but it was massive and bright, you guys. So massive, so bright. I think it might be the
Did you unplug it and replug it in? Is that what you did? Oh, yeah.
It might be the phone connection if you're getting a lot of static. Oh, wait, could you hear me, DJ? Just now?
Yeah.
It might be the phone connection if you're getting a lot of static.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd maybe try your phone connection if you are encountering a lot of static. Anyone else who's watching, if y'all are encountering static, let us know. But sometimes it's just like a bad connection could cause a bit of static. Isaac, the sound cut out. Couldn't hear when you're flying me to Texas. We love you, Isaac. Isaac is always coming in with the jokes. Okay, now
Yeah, there we go. Test it.
All right, y'all. Can you hear me? We good? Okay. We went ahead and we took off the little mic, and we're going to use our regular larger mic for our social media friends and for our website, because I kept going in and out, and I don't want y'all to miss any sound. We only have 30 minutes left. This show is flying by because we're chit-chatting so much. But we always get the right items, so that's part of the fun of it. But I don't want to lose y'all, because I know how annoying hearing static, and I know how annoying that can be. And if it were me, I'd be like, see ya, I'm out. I don't want to hear that static, girlfriend. So we went back to our traditional mic, and we'll try to get that fixed up, hopefully before the afternoon show with Jessica. All right, so back to these stud earrings. Take a peek at those on the ear. Aren't these great for everyday wear? Again, especially if you're a denim girl, right? You throw on your jeans, throw on some sparkle. Throw on some Kyanite with diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Diamonds never go out of style. Diamonds go with everything. Wear your diamonds, enjoy your diamonds, and the price point on these, y'all. Yes, they are more petite than the rings and things that I've shown you, but the price point is so good considering we're actually utilizing diamonds. Because here's the thing at Shop LC. We always want to try to bring you
Okay, yeah. So it's better to use the phone audio because I was getting static on here.
Okay, so hopefully y'all can hear us now. I'm gonna try to just project nicely so that we can utilize the phone audio, because we're getting issues with that one, we're getting issues with that one. Hopefully now y'all can hear me. If you can hear us, give us a nice little holler on the comments, but hopefully all is good now. Because hopefully y'all have gotten to enjoy what I've been saying about these earrings. Maybe you haven't. Okay, but these are your studs with diamond accents, genuine diamond accents. You're looking at about 70 points per ear between your Kyanite and your diamonds. DJ, can you scroll down and see what we're looking at carat weight on diamonds? Okay, so minimal carat weight on your diamonds, y'all. You're getting six points. Not a ton of carat weight because they are more petite stones, but you're getting 16 of those diamonds. Actually, it's gonna be a little bit more because you'll have tapered baguettes and you'll have rounds. So, oh, okay, wait. 1.4, 1.15. Okay, so actually, no, you're gonna have 25 points of diamonds. So that's pretty good, y'all. 25 points, about a quarter carat of diamonds on these earrings, and then a carat 0.15 on your cashmere Kyanite. So you're gonna get a quarter carat of diamonds for $109.99 minus 25% off. Yes, 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 do it. I cannot think of a better pair of studs. I really can't, because I'm thinking of the versatility of your Kyanite, and then I'm thinking of the added glamour of genuine diamond accent stones. And to me, it doesn't get better than that. I'm like, what a perfect match, especially at that price point. And we were saying 109. It's gonna bring you to no, that's wrong. It's gonna bring you to $82, y'all. $82 for studs that feature not only genuine Kyanite, but also diamonds. And that's what I was gonna say when I was sitting down, and then we realized we were still having trouble with the speakers, is here at Shop LC, we are very good about interchanging our materials so that we can bring you things at a variety of different price points. So oftentimes we will use moissanite as an accent stone, or white topaz, or white zircon, because it allows us to bring you something at a different price point than we would be able to do if we were doing everything with genuine diamond accent stones, with, you know, white gold. But when we use things like sterling silver, when we use things like moissanite, we can get that price down. With these, y'all, we're using genuine diamonds, and we're still bringing these to you for $82. Utilize that coupon code. Your budget pay is going to go down as well. All right, friends, those earrings are going to be item 114. We'll comment sold 114 for your cashmere Kyanite stud earrings with diamonds. Yep, you heard it right. Okay, now we have a gentleman's ring. And this is a really unique design. I love that we're featuring this star so much with the Kashmir Kyanite. So it is a solitaire ring. You're gonna have that oval Kashmir Kyanite, 2.5 carats on that, and that is the focal point of the ring. But then you have the metalwork, and it's all done in rhodium over sterling. But the metalwork is like the rays of a star moving outward from that center stone. So you've got your prong setting, but with each prong you have this ray just moving outward from that Kashmir Kyanite. And it creates a really dynamic look on the finger. Now it's also gonna sit up a bit higher. So gentlemen, if you like something that is a little bit more flat to the skin because you don't want something to get in the way. Now it's smooth, but it does sit up higher because it's almost like a pyramid with those rays of the star kind of pushing that kyanite up, holding it upward. We're gonna have sizes 11, 12, and 14 available. So great for all of our gentlemen out there. And your price, oh my goodness, same price as those stud earrings. It's $109.99, but with that discount code, it'll come down to about $82. I love this because for a lot of gentlemen, you don't want something that's too much bling. You don't want too much gemstone. You want something that's a little more metal heavy. This is gonna be predominantly, like all of the detailing you're seeing is in your metalwork, is in your rhodium over sterling silver, but then you have that beautiful oval kyanite right there in the center. Again, gentlemen, y'all love denim also. I know a lot of guys whose main clothing choice is jeans, right? Reach for the jeans, reach for the jeans. So maybe that's you, maybe this would be a good option for you, or maybe you're shopping for your husband, your son, your nephew. What a great choice. It's something simple. It's coming in at under $100. So gifting this is really, really easy. That's kind of that sweet spot for gifting for someone close in your life, right? You're not gonna give, you know, someone you don't know that well, $82 gift, but for someone in your family, a really close friend, $82, kind of under that $100 price rate, 75 to 100, is a good gifting spot. Isaac, I will not be back at 2. I will be with y'all on the live stream on Saturday, 10 to 12 and 2 to 4. I know you'll be working. Hopefully you can pop in and say hi, but I will not be back on the live stream here with y'all until Saturday, 10 to 12, and then again, 2 to 4. And then the overnight with Steve on Thursday morning from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. All right, let me show y'all this up close so y'all can see that metalwork detail I'm talking about and kind of how it sits up high. So the rays of that star move down, but they hold that stone up. Look at the undergallery on this one. So beautifully crafted. That's one thing I'll always say about our Shop LC jewelry, is it's really nicely crafted from the inside out. No detail is left out. But it really doesn't. If you're looking on that ring, it really does look like the rays of a star. You really, really see that. Yes, Isaac, I know you normally have really busy Saturdays, so we might not get to see you Saturday, but you'll definitely see me on here next week. Kind of back to regular scheduling next week. I'm back in full force, so I will definitely, likely, I'm almost always here on Tuesday mornings, and then maybe you'll see me on like Friday or something of next week here on the live stream. I will try to post that once I know the schedule. So y'all know I'm typically almost always here Tuesday mornings though, so that's almost a surefire thing, is okay, she's gonna be on there on Tuesday mornings. But I am gonna talk about trying to do a fall fashion, and then I don't know, we might try to see if, I had talked before I left about maybe doing like an evening show one day, an evening like happy hour show. So I'll talk with the team and kind of see if we can get something like that rolling or on the books. All right. That gentleman's ring was item 115. You're gonna comment sold 115 for our gentleman's ring. Another beautiful piece. So this, you guys, I love this. Okay, so this is Kashmir Kyanite, but it is a, we're calling it a celestial ring, and that is something that means it's like kind of, you know, the sky, right? The night sky. And with this one, it's really beautiful because you have this oval cluster of your Kashmir Kyanite, but then within that, you have both a crescent moon and a star that are filled in with white zircon. This creates a really, really beautiful display on the finger because you're getting both white zircon in that crescent moon and that star, all within the depths of your Kashmir Kyanite. And I think this is so special because the Kashmir Kyanite on this piece is really acting as the night sky, right? It's that deep, beautiful blue. But then you see the crescent moon, you see the star, and it's like you're looking into the depths of the night sky, filled with sparkling stars, filled with a beautiful crescent moon. And that's really what you see when you look into this ring. Now, it is done in rose gold vermeil, which we have not seen any Kashmir Kyanite today done in rose gold vermeil. So if you really love the feminine tones of a rose gold vermeil, I think you would love this piece on the finger. Now we're looking at size 5, 6, 7, and 10. Those are going to be your current available sizes, 5, 6, 7, and 10. And a price point of under $100, y'all. Under $100, $94.99 with 25% off of that. If you like something unique, you like something different, you like those little details that just set something apart, this to me is that ring, right? Because you see the star, you see the crescent moon. Those are details that are so unique, so precise, and so different that they truly do set this ring apart. I love this. Very flat as well. So for anybody who worries about something that sits up too high, worries about things getting caught on anything, it does have a nice flat positioning on the finger. I love that. All right, let's come take a close-up peek. Hopefully y'all are seeing that. Isn't that unique and different? And I also feel like for this price point, y'all, at $94.99 with the discount, I'm gonna calculate out what that is, but at $94.99 with the discount, this is a piece, I think the moon and the star kind of give it a little bit of a fun flair to it, right? It adds this kind of like spunky spark, this fun, flirty flair. That brings us to $71. So if you have younger ladies in your life, maybe a sweet 16, an 18th birthday, 21, and you're looking for something, you want genuine gemstones, but you want something with a little bit of a fun, unique feeling to it, this would be a really great gift. And at that price point, again, when we're buying people in our lives, the younger ladies in our lives jewelry, it's hard to want to make a huge investment, right? Because as we get older, we tend to take care of our jewelry better, but when we're younger, sometimes things get thrown on a nightstand. I can say sometimes things still, I'm 32 years old, sometimes things get thrown on my nightstand. I do have a little dish though, where I put my jewelry at night. So it's not like I'm just, tossing it to the side. Isaac, that is a good question. Where is Miss Pat? I'm like, I think this might be the first live stream ever that she missed, unless she's just not speaking. She's not speaking to us this morning. I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. All right, guys, our celestial ring is going to be item 116. Again, I really love this if you're gifting for someone younger in your life, even college age, a graduation gift. I just think the unique design elements of the star and the moon would be a really great addition. And it just kind of is a little bit of magic, right? Because, well, I'm going to tell a quick story, actually, because I do think there's a lot of magic in the stars and in the moon. So many of you have been wondering, like, probably, why is she gone so much? She's supposed to be working at Shop LC. What's going on? She's been MIA. Well, a coworker of mine that I work with at Toyota actually passed away in June. And so I have been taking on some of her roles with the races and things. I've been filling in for her. And when we were at our new product training, everyone I work with, majority of the people I work with, all knew this coworker of mine. And so one night, a group of us who were close with her, we decided to sit out on the lawn at our hotel and go around in a circle and say our favorite things about Amy. And as we did, someone was telling a story and there was a shooting star. And it just felt like such a little sign, right? It felt like Amy was saying, hey guys, I'm here. It was really special. And I find looking up at the night sky, the moon, the stars, I find it to be so special. And I think there's a connection to God in the stars and in the moon. And I think a lot of people hold special meaning to the moon and the stars. And so this ring to me might be my favorite of the day. I thought it was going to be this one because I think it's so classy, but the moon and the stars are just something so special. And for some people too, I think the moon is such a reminder. I remember last night, because we had that big like blue moon last night, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I texted her, I was like, can you see the moon? I see the moon. And she went out and she saw it. She was like, but there's a cloud over it. I'm like, well, we're looking at the same moon. She's like, we're looking at the same moon. I'm like, well, we're looking at the same moon from a different place. So there wasn't a cloud where I was looking at it, but there was a cloud where she was looking at it, but it was still the same moon. And so I think the moon connects people, right? Because you can walk outside and say, oh, do you see the moon? And you're looking at the same moon. So just a lot of meaning behind moons and stars, and I wanted to share that with y'all. So if you're missing a loved one, look for those signs, because I really do think that there are angels all around us. I think that they do send you little signs, things like shooting stars, or maybe it's a butterfly landing on your car or something like that. All right, now we have a pair of dangle earrings, and these are actually that same leaf-like design. So if you loved that drop necklace, this would be a really great addition if you wanted to create a set with the drop necklace. Isaac, you do not have a different moon in Cleveland. Isaac. So these are going to be done in rhodium over sterling. You're getting about a carat 0.17 or so per ear on these, and they have a really nice dangle to them. And where we saw on kind of that U shape on the necklace, you're going to see that in the portion that drops down on the earrings. You're going to see the combination of white zircon rounds with marquee cut kyanite, bringing you down to that pear-shaped kyanite stone right there. So let me show you these on the ear. I think they're so dainty and feminine. I mean, because again, it's a leaf-like design, but it's reminiscent of a floral-like design. So you're going to kind of have that very feminine, almost floral-like feeling with these on the ear. And they have so much movement and dangle to them. So they're not stationary. That center portion running down is not stationary. That has complete movement all the way through, right? Like, am I? Yeah, it's not stationary. Wanted to double check, but take a peek at those close up on the ear. Aren't those beautiful? Let me show you with the necklace, because I think these would be a really beautiful set if you had a wedding or a special occasion coming up. Wearing these together would be really nice. Very elegant. Y'all see that Victorian imaging I was explaining before when we were looking at the necklace? All right, there those are. Wait, where was this? Oh, there it was. Okay. All right, so those earrings will be item 117. DJ, if they are just tuning in, can we see what number was the matching necklace? Or kind of, not really matching, but could match.
Style. It was sold 111.
Okay, so 117 on the earrings. If you're wanting to do the set, sold 111 will bring you to the necklace that could very well correspond. Now, not a perfect match by any means, but it could very well correspond. You have that same leaf-like design. And DJ is going to put in, again, our personal shoppers. We do now have our very own live stream personal shoppers, so they'll be able to help you. My accent's coming out. Help you. They'll be able to help you with any questions you might have regarding anything you've seen on the live stream. Okay, now we're going to go to a very classic pendant in our Kashmir Kyanite. It is essentially going to be a solitaire stone, but you are going to have some moissanite accent stones there on the bail, kind of carrying your pendant up the neckline. This one will come with your chain. It's going to be a 20-inch chain included, no adjustability there. So we'll just sit at 20 inches on the neckline. Like I mentioned before, if that sits a little bit too low for some particular neckline that you have, you can always interchange your chains with different pieces you have in your jewelry box. We have a pretty prominent cashmere kyanite right there. We're looking at 6.75 carats, and I would safely say 6 to 6.25 of those carats, maybe even 6 to 6.5, are coming from that massive cashmere kyanite stone. And then you get the moissanite, and the moissanite are graduated. They're moving up the bale, but they are going from smaller to larger. And then you have two, or is it one? One tapered baguette moissanite actually right there at the top. So you got the tapered baguette, that's kind of like the cap to that cashmere kyanite. And then you have your beautiful display of moissanite moving up the bale. So it's gonna give you a really classic, simple, staple piece look, right? There's not a whole lot of fluff, there's not a whole lot of detail, but it's classic, it's elegant, it's a staple piece that you're gonna wear time and time again. Sometimes the beauty is in the fluff and the design, and sometimes the beauty is in the simplicity of a piece. And I think with this one, the beauty is really in the simplicity of it, right? You've got your very prominent cashmere kyanite, but then you just have those perfect moissanite accent stones to kind of take it to another level. Let's take a peek at this up on our blackboard so you can see the coloring, because I know, oh look, it's like I've changed tops. I'm wearing a black shirt now. There you go for our friends over here on the website and social media. Do y'all see what I mean, kind of in the beauty of the simplicity? And then I'll walk over here to our TikTok friends so y'all can see that on the neckline as well. Big carat weight on this one. And again, you guys, when we're talking about moissanite, though you don't have a ton of moissanite on this piece, the moissanite has such a shine and such a presence that even just a bit of moissanite is gonna be very powerful. It's gonna have a really nice display on the neckline. This one was $294. So coming out to $221. $221, again, 6.75 carats. And I'm very comfortable to say at least I believe 6.5 carats. So that is that massive cashmere kyanite stone. It will bring your budget pay down. Oh, Noreen, welcome on in, girlfriend. Sold 103. Okay, what did Noreen get? DJ, can you see what sold 103 was? Was it the bracelet?
It was, yeah, it was the bracelet.
Noreen, you got the chrome dioxide cashmere kyanite bracelet. I am so excited for you.
No, sorry, it was the earrings.
The earrings, the hoops?
Yeah, hoops.
Ooh. It's your lucky day. You are going to love these. Noreen, let me know if they're for you, if they're for a gift. Are you matching these with something you already have? Let us know in the comments. I am so excited. Girl, I love these hoops. So I am so excited that someone got them. Y'all know me, I love all hoops. But I just love the design of these. I love the little pops of chrome dioxide in there, really giving you a fun color display with your hoops. All right, friends, and Noreen, we did have a correlating bracelet. I think that was like 104. So if you're looking to complete the set, maybe not today, but you can always comment 104, sold 104, so that you can have that kind of stored away in your messages just in case you ever want to go back and purchase. All right, so our pendant there, that was item 118. You're gonna comment sold 118 for our pendant, large, bold, really beautiful piece of jewelry. Okay, now, which actually, okay, Noreen, this might be like you, so you just got the hoops. If you love chrome dioxide, I gotta tell you, we might be sold out of these.
No, I gotta tell them to fix that because we have 28 on.
Okay, if you love chrome dioxide, Noreen, we actually have another pair. This pair is gonna have 2 round chrome dioxides. It's kind of creating a, creating that dangling portion, but you're gonna have 2 round chrome dioxides that bring you to a pear-shaped kyanite stone, and then around that kyanite stone, you're gonna have your white zircon. The price point on these, y'all, is incredible though, $54.99. So again, like we were just talking about with the hoops, you're gonna get really nice pops of color with your chrome dioxide, and that's bringing you down into your cashmere kyanite. So you're getting some beautiful color contrast, really nice dangle. I know some of us, I was really very excited about the studs because I love that we utilize the diamonds. But I know for some people, my mom in particular, and even myself, I don't always love a stud. My mom really doesn't like studs at all. I will sometimes wear studs. My mom does not like studs. So for me, or for her, she only wants dangling earrings. She likes movement. She feels like a stud just doesn't look great on the earlobe for her. It's all personal preference, but these are gonna give you that movement because you're gonna have your 2 chrome dioxide that leads you into that beautiful Kashmir Kyanite hair shape. Here you go. Take a peek at those. Noreen, if you just love that color combination of the chrome dioxide with the kyanite, this could be another option for you. And y'all, they're $54.99 with 25% off. Are y'all seeing those? Do I need to show you them on here as well? These are dainty, but that chrome dioxide just pops, so you get a really, really nice display of color. Now with these, we might be having a little bit of an issue because it's saying sold out. Oh my gosh, you guys, it brings them to $41. So with these, if you're not able to comment sold 119 and purchase them from the website, go ahead and call that number, 888-835-2237, and they can make that purchase for you and let them know to utilize the code LIVE25, and they'll get everything set up for you. All right, now we have a bangle style bracelet. So I've been wearing our other 2 bracelets the entire time, but now we have a bangle style bracelet. And what I love about this bangle style bracelet is the closure, because the closure has a belt buckle styling. Yeah, y'all can see those earrings again. Let me bring those back up. I'm gonna put the blackboard behind so you can really see. Y'all see how much movement they have though? Really great dangle. And so you've got your 2 chrome dioxide, that bright, vibrant green, and then that leads you to that pear-shaped kyanite with white zircon surrounding. All right, now we're gonna bring you back to the bangle. So this one, I love the kyanite, obviously. You got 7 very deep, very rich in color Kashmir Kyanite stones. And those are ovals. They're moving right across the very front of your wrist. But the rest of this bracelet, we are really getting into our stainless steel work. And believe me, there's a lot of craftsmanship in this piece. Now, if you're someone who's like, stainless steel, I don't want to buy stainless steel jewelry. We are changing the game here at Shop LC when it comes to stainless steel jewelry. We are bringing you stainless steel jewelry that is well crafted. And here's the thing, people think of stainless steel jewelry and they think, oh, junky or cheaper, things like that associate. Stainless steel jewelry is amazing, you guys. It is waterproof, it is sweat proof, durable. There are so many reasons for you to get stainless steel jewelry into your jewelry collection, especially if you're someone who in the summertime doesn't want to have to stress about, oh my gosh, I have to take my jewelry off before I get in the pool, or oh, I'm going on a beach vacation and I got to make sure I take all my jewelry off. You want something durable, you want something that truly is like all day, everyday wear. You're not have to stress about it. So here's our bangle bracelet. Like I mentioned, 7, lucky number 7, of those Kashmir Kyanite stones moving across the front. That's coming in at 2.35 carats of your Kashmir Kyanite. You then have beautiful beading going down the sides in your stainless steel. But here's where the magic is. It's on that closure. The closure is like a belt loop. So what you're gonna do on the closure is you are going to pop this out. No, I don't want to mess up. There we go. You pop this out, okay. So here's your belt loop like structure. So you lift up that belt loop, you're gonna move this in, and it's adjustable in size. So you go to what size you're looking for, you're gonna place it into this kind of round portion, and then you pull back, and there you go. But just, isn't that so cute? Isn't that such a cute detail, such a great closure? I mean, if this were to turn around on the wrist, I like it just as much if we're just showcasing the belt loop. I'm kind of like, we need just like a belt loop bangle. It's like we need to design that. let me show this to you on. And I just gotta say, guys, anytime I make putting something on look hard, it's really not. It's just when you have a camera on you, there's this little bit of anxiety that rises up because you're like, I have to do it. I have to get it on. There we go. Here's your bangle. And it's adjustable even smaller. So I probably would have went one adjustment smaller. Okay, there's your bangle. And those are some really deep kyanite on the bangle. But take a peek at that. There's that closure. That's like the fun part of this one is the closure. And guys, it's $39.99. So I talked about this earlier, but how we get some of our special deals is we simply switch out some materials. And so we switched out to stainless steel on this one, and we're able to bring it to you for $39.99. You're gonna get 25% off, so $30. $30, that's gonna drop your budget pay to $10. And you guys, here's something I gotta just share real quick. I haven't shared very many reviews, but this has a 4.8 star rating with 29 reviews. That is a whole lot of reviews to maintain a 4.8 star rating. How? I mean, that is just a lot of reviews to maintain such a great rating. There we go. All right, that was item 120. You're gonna comment sold 120 for the bangle. All right, DJ, we've got time for one more.
Yeah. Squeeze this last one in.
All right, look at us go. No, Isaac, we do not have 12 more items to do in 4 minutes. Ooh, okay. So if y'all love the other pair of dangling earrings, but maybe you were thinking, I love those, Lauren, but I just don't know about the chrome dioxide. I don't know if I'm gonna wear something with that bright, vibrant green. Now, this is another piece that if you go to the website, it's gonna appear to be out of stock. So you're gonna wanna call our personal shoppers. We have that designated line for you. So this is gonna be cashmere kyanite with white zircon. Now on this one, you've got your little lever back. So you're gonna slip that in. You've got a petite round cashmere kyanite, and then that brings you down to a drop oval cashmere kyanite with a white zircon halo. So you're gonna get a really beautiful display on these that is all blue and white. So you're getting a very classic look. Again, back to my denim girls, if you wear jeans a lot, you need a pair of cashmere kyanite earrings in your collection. You can throw and go. You put on the top with your jeans and you're like, oh, let me grab my denim earrings, AKA cashmere kyanite. You're getting 1.75 carats in total. We'll split that in half. So you'll have, my goodness, about just close to 80 points per ear. And I want to come show you these up close again. So if you were looking for the dangle earrings and you just weren't sure about the chrome dioxide, because I get it, some people don't love too much color. You want something that's going to be a bit more neutral, a bit easier to style. This would be a good option. And I'll show you with the whiteboard as well. These are really classic look too. Again, lots of movement. All right, friends, that is gonna wrap up our Tuesday morning live stream. Thank you, Isaac. I hope you have a great day and a great week as well. I will see you next week. Until then, I'll be seeing you on Facebook. But I hope each and every one of you out there has a wonderful day. Y'all, again, I'm just so excited to be back with you here at Shop LC. It has been a while, and so I've missed you guys. I'm so excited to see so many familiar names popping up in our comments. I will be back with you on the live stream all day Saturday. So get excited for that, 10 to 12, again from 2 to 4. And then if you do like to tune in on the TV side, I will be with Steve Thursday morning. So tomorrow going into Thursday, essentially. Thursday morning from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. So be sure to check us out. It's always a fun time with Steve coming in from London. It's always fun to get to chit chat with Steve. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling sad, count your blessings. Think about all the positive things in life and try to focus and emphasize on that. We appreciate, we love you. Thank you, Isaac. I miss each and every one of y'all as well. Bye, y'all.